brain is like a supercomputer, and your self-talk is the program that will run. So if you tell yourself you're not good at remembering names, you will not remember the name of the next person you meet because you program your supercomputer not to. And I always tell people that your self-talk is important, and it is the program that will run. And I always tell people to keep it positive, keep it empowering, because your mind is always eavesdropping on your self-talk.
It's very, very interesting stuff. You know, um, that's a guy named Jim Quick. Uh, he was on the show Tom Bilu, Bilu. You have to check it out. He was a interesting backstory. He was, as a child, had a brain injury and struggled to learn in school. But through over time and through some course of events and some training and so forth, he's where he is today, teaching people, university students, business people, how to use their brain. So what he just said there is pretty much what I've been talking about. A lot of times people don't direct this stuff towards people with struggling with mental illness. It's more towards business people or uh, uh, academics, sports, whatever it is. Maybe people struggling with certain self-esteem issues or whatnot. But with mental illness, like schizophrenia, it's the same thing. It's the law of success, right? That's all it is. And the law of success, it doesn't work in one area and doesn't works in one area and doesn't work in another area. It works in all areas, right? It's just how you direct it. And what he's saying is that what you say to yourself matters. The words have power, right? I talked about this. Words have power. And I even gave this one quote that I heard a while back. It says, watch your thoughts, for they become words. Watch your words, for they become actions. Watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your habits, they become your destiny, right? And that's what he was saying. Your mind listens to what you're saying, and it actually affects your state of being, right? It affects your state of being. It's an energy, and that it pulls to you, and it can free you, open doors for you, or it can trap you and shut doors on you, right? So it's not just your verbal words, but your thoughts here, and it's important to differentiate what you think versus what something else is thinking or other thoughts that you don't want, right? That's the difference. The problem with schizophrenia, where people get caught, is because they start to believe the things they hear and they start to agree with it. They start to think it, they start to speak it, and thus put that negative energy in their own life, right? So it's about challenging the things you hear. It doesn't matter how bad it is, how whatever it is, you have to. I'm talking to this fellow, and it's just the uh, poor me. My life is ruined. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. I had so much but this, and now it's just, it's like you got to change that. But it's someone who is agreeing with the voices coming at them rather than challenging them by taking the opposite. That's the great power, is you don't have to accept whatever it is that comes into your mind. You can say, no, I want something else. And sometimes we don't realize that we believe everything that comes into our heads is us, and we just accept that. But there's a difference, and this is what it's saying, is you start to speak these things, you start to think these things, it'll be the very thing that is your undoing, right? So I thought it was a great video that I found on TikTok, and I figured I'd share it with you guys, man. This is the stuff I've been saying, and there are a lot of other people talking these things, but they just aren't directed maybe towards mental illness, because people just think that you have a mental illness and that's it for you. You know, there is nothing you could do. It's a brain thing, and that's you're cursed. You're done. You know what I mean? Just, just some little job you can do. Perhaps maybe you can do something and be on disability, and they want to write you off. But that's not it for you, man. You can get your life back. Everything starts up here. And it's time we start challenging that narrative. We start challenging those perceptions. We start challenging our own beliefs, and reach out for something better. So, anyway, hopefully you like that. Later.